people get shot and killed literally every single day, as they're waiting for food. No, I'm not going to let you filibuster, bitch. I'm not going to let you filibuster. I'm not going to let you filibuster. You guys are totally okay with IDF soldiers shooting and killing desperate people waiting for humanitarian aid. You're okay with that. I find it so unbelievably evil. Unbelievably evil. It shocks my conscience and my soul that people as evil as this exist in this world. Okay? Watching these images, looking at these videos, seeing all these kids desperate, hungry, parentless, trapped in Gaza. And you're sitting here and you're defending it. I can't stand it. I can't listen to it. The filibustering is unbearable. It's unbearable.
It's unbearable.
I can't take it. How can you watch all those kids die and be
let me bring Gideon back in here.
Will you call on Hamas right now to surrender and release the hostages? Do it. Do it right now.
It's a Jewish thing to do. God forgive me. I'm sorry. It is such a Zionist Jew thing to do. But it is. It just is. Call Hamas and tell them this. Hamas is feel my tears. As I strike you, I will cry about Hamas. What is this? Like, Anna, see, the thing is, I'm not showing you the footage because when I did that before on YouTube, they took away the episode that I made, so I couldn't do it. When you see the footage, it should give you a visceral reaction, or you just don't care and you look the other way, because I know a lot of people do that, because it is too much for them to take. But Anna's reaction, because she's a journalist, so now she has to dig deep, and she looks at this. That is the appropriate reaction. That is the appropriate reaction. And this fool's going to tell you, call Hamas. We don't like you.
Say,
I called out Hamas. I called out Hamas from the very beginning. I've got no love for Hamas. It's a terrorist organization. What they did was wrong. I cried over the atrocities that they engaged in on October 7th. But you know what's so disgusting?
You wanted this fool. He's like, no, you didn't. You didn't cry for me enough. You know, Oy vey, you didn't. All right, I'm sorry.
Yes, I did. You should watch The Young Turks. That's where you'll see exactly what I had to say about Hamas after October 7th. I even trashed elements of the left who refused to criticize Hamas for what they did. Okay, so you don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to that issue.
Okay, you made that clear.
But you can't on one hand, talk about the injustice of what Hamas did, and then turn around and say it's okay if Israel does it times 1,000.
Okay, let me bring Gideon back in here. Gideon.
Thank you, Anna Kasparian, for doing what you do so beautifully. You know, full stop. Thank you so much. Anna Kasparian has, what she just did there is, she's the group feeling, like, you know what I mean? Like, through her, I've literally just lived vicariously through Anna Kasparian at this moment. Thank you.
My big issue, other than the slaughter of so many civilians now, which seems to be almost accelerating now on a daily basis, with no control valve at all. Now we have a full new wave of ground invasion. God knows how many more civilians are going to get killed with this. But my real problem is, what is the supposed goal here, right? I believe Smotrich when he says he wants to cleanse Gaza of Palestinians. Okay, but how does any of this make Israel safer? How does any of this help Jews around the world who want to get on with their lives and not
I'm sorry to keep cutting off. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I just want to hear Gideon's answer, and I want to segue to that CNN clip. He's pissed. Even better.
Have to feel threatened when they walk out of their front door. How does any of this do anything but what the critics of it, including allies and friends of Israel, say is just fomenting the hatred, fomenting the ideology that Israel just wants to kill all the Arabs it can, which I don't believe is what they want to do at all. But I do believe that out of what happened October the 7th, there's been a collective meltdown of common sense from Israel's government. And they're now just on a never-ending rampage with no apparent goal, which makes any sense to anybody else.
Here we differ, Pierce. I used to think like you until the recent weeks. Now I'm so deeply convinced that there is a goal, a very clear goal. And the goal is the ethnic cleansing of Gaza. It is systematic, it is well planned, And listen to what I have to say. All the Holocaust in history started with moving populations and concentrating them in one concentration camp. Israel is doing it by the time we are talking now. Secondly, Israel is destroying the Gaza Strip systematically. It's not anymore a building here, a headquarters there, a school here, a shelter there. No, it's systematic destruction with huge companies who do it for a lot of money. Destruction of Gaza, which will make it unlivable. We want Gaza to become unlivable in order that the Palestinians will leave Gaza. Stop thinking that there is no goal. The goal is crystal clear now. I don't know if it will be achieved, but it is crystal clear, and it's not Smotrich. It's not only Smotrich. It's the army, it's the government, it's big parts of Israeli public opinion. To destroy Gaza, make it unlivable, to push them to the southern part of the Gaza Strip, to put them in concentration camps in which they will be longing to the days that they were starving in the Muasa and in other places, because life there will be much more of the hell. And then, according to the plan, and they said it, whoever will want to leave will be able to leave to other countries. So we are watching, by the time we are talking now, a horrible plan, a satanic plan of ethnic cleansing of Gaza.
This man gives me hope for humanity. I mean, after listening to Shabos, I believe this is an Israeli who writes for Haaretz, and it's too much where he can't deal with it. You know, he can't even pretend, right? So God is good. This is not all Jews, of course, but that is not the biggest topic to me in this situation. That's not the biggest point. I'm sorry, it's just simply not. They're like literally like holding back even formula. Okay, I'm sorry. So we go real quick to, and I have to hurry up because I'm taking too long.
Things that they need in order to survive, which is.
So this is going to be Scott Jennings coming up with a reason for starvation.
Scott, let me ask you a question, because Hamas is responsible for October 7th. Hamas is responsible for a lot of terrible things. But the question is, who can alleviate the starvation at this moment in Gaza? And does Israel have a responsibility to do much more than it is doing right now? And what do you say to that?
Well, my view is Hamas started the war. The suffering of the people in Gaza is the direct responsibility of what Hamas has done. Hamas took money for years, and instead of doing anything for the people of Gaza, built tunnels for this siege.
Controlling the flow.
Question. I want to answer it.
But what about Israel's role in controlling the flow of food?
Yeah.
I just want us to set the table here, because I understand that there's a lot of political talking points around this, but this is a conversation about human beings and about the things that they need in order to survive, which is food and water. And the question I have for you is there a moment for you where you sit here and you think, yeah, maybe more can be done? And at what point should the United States government say that?
Well, we are saying that. Number one, Hamas has weaponized aid. They've stolen it from the United Nations to resell it to finance their war. Some people think they've made $1 billion stealing and weaponizing this aid. That's not.
It's actually not true. They've come out, the UN, and I know a lot of people don't believe in the UN. They came out and said Hamas is not stealing the aid. Like, these lies got to stop getting perpetuated. They really do, man. Like, this shit about blaming Hamas all the time is really getting, like, it's to the point where I'm cursing in the video, bro. Like, I don't understand. But they sent this faggot to, God, I hope the video goes through. They sent them to Israel anyway the other day. He was there when Iran and Israel had their 12-day war, so I don't expect anything less. Let me try to not take it personal, for lack of a better term.
The United States doing, that's Hamas doing, that's number one. Number two, they've made unreasonable demands in these hostage negotiations. We're on the brink of a hostage deal and a ceasefire. They've blown that up today. with Israel and now the United States having to walk away from an unreasonable situation. It is blatantly obvious that Israel and the United States wants the hostages home, they want a ceasefire, and they want to feed the people in Gaza. Hamas does not.
Can I just add? The Israeli government's stated position is to support the Trump plan for the full expulsion of all Palestinians from Gaza. And I would remind you, there is no Hamas leadership in the West Bank. How are Palestinians being treated in the West Bank where Hamas is not in control, where there are no Hamas fighters? Palestinians are being expelled from their homes, living under conditions that even Israel's own human rights organizations call apartheid in the West Bank where there is no Hamas. So yes, Hamas does despicable things, but these talking points, with all respect, people don't believe them anymore. People don't believe them anymore.
All they have to do is release the hostages.
I just want to play, hold on a second.
They tried to release the fucking hostages back in fucking the first week when this happened, okay? I cannot stand you people. I just can't. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, today's like really getting to me. I don't know. Like, it's not just today. It gets every day.